The hover mats we put in place in 2004, and it is an oval system, and you can hear it's a little bit loud, but basically it blows the patient up. So now when we float them up in bed, we're no longer dragging them across the sheets and scuffing off parts of their skin. This really has been a journey, and it started probably over a dozen years ago. In the late 1990s was when we first had our first skin and wound care team. And one of the reasons we put together this team was we had looked at what are we doing for pressure ulcer prevention, what are we doing for wound care, and basically we weren't doing a whole lot. Because we had the nursing home, we were using an at-risk scale. In the nursing home, we were using the Gosnell scale, but we weren't doing any at-risk assessments on our inpatients in acute care. When we put the hover mats in place, everybody was educated on them. We had lots of hover mats, and our pressure ulcer, especially stage 2s, were dramatically decreased. The last couple years we've noticed an increase in our stage 2s, and so we got looking at, well, why do you think that is? And then one of the things that we realized is we had a changeover in staff. All of the staff weren't as comfortable with, automatically putting a hover mat on somebody and using it. Our hover mats had disappeared over the years. They'd gotten old, the pumps weren't in place, there was no specific place for finding a hover mat. So if you have to spend 20 minutes to find a hover mat, then you're a lot less likely to use it. And so that's one of the initiatives that the nurse manager, Roberta, took, was to replace the hover mats, set up a specific room for storage of the hover mats, re-educate the staff on it. And what I can tell you is this was completed in October of last year, and when I looked at our prevalence rates last year, our last quarter was about half of the first 3 quarters of the year after the hover mats were put back in place.